Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. In this video, we will learn how to save colors using SwiftData. We will use SwiftUI ColorPicker to select the color and save it. Remember, SwiftData doesn't allow you to persist the color directly, but you can save the RGB values of the color. We'll save items in our database, allowing the user to select a color for each item and save it as well. Then we will list the saved items and their corresponding colors in our sample app. Let's get started. First, we will write our item model. Don't forget to import SwiftData here. Our item will have an ID and a name. Additionally, we will persist the red, green, blue, and alpha values as double. As we already know, we can't save a color directly, but we can compute the color using the RGB values we saved in our model. This computed color property will use the RGB colors to generate a color for us. In the initializer, we will only provide the name of the item. I'll also prepare an empty item, which we will use later in our views. Now comes the important part. Let's write an extension for color. Unfortunately, SwiftUI doesn't break down a color into its red, green, blue, and alpha components. So we will get help from UIKit's UIColor to extract the RGB values. This extension will expose the colors red, green, blue, and opacity components. We'll use the getRed method to extract these components from the color. That's the hard part done. We will use this color extension to retrieve the values we need from any color the user picks. Let's go to the main file of the app and configure our model container. You can skip this chapter if you already know how to do this or have already set it up for your app. We have an item model in our schema. If you have multiple models, you can list them here. We will define two model configurations. One of them will store our data locally if iCloud sync is turned off or there is no internet connection. Then we will check for the iCloud token and pass the appropriate model container accordingly. Use a do catch block to handle any errors that might occur during the process. Finally, pass the shared model container into the window group. Now we can build our new item view, where the user will enter the item name and pick a color. First, include the model context in the view. We will use the empty item variable we defined earlier in our model. Additionally, since I plan to present the new item view as a sheet over the content view, we will need a binding variable to control the sheet's visibility. Then fix the preview by passing a constant value to the binding variable. We need another state variable to hold the color selected by the user from the color picker. Let's name this variable selected color. I will use a navigation stack and I will place a form inside it. In the form, we need a text field so users can enter the item name. Just below the text field, you can place SwiftUI ColorPicker and bind its selection to the selected color variable. As you see, we are temporarily storing the selected color using a state variable. I will add a done button in the top right corner to save the item along with its selected color. We will place this button inside a toolbar. Remember, we previously wrote an extension on color called components to extract the RGB values. We will now use that to extract the values from selected color. We have already collected the new item's name earlier. So, we will set the red value of the new item by using the red component of the selected color, the green from the green component, and do the same for blue and opacity. Now that we have everything we need, simply insert the new item into the model context. Then close the sheet. I'll also add a navigation title for the view. Now let's go to the content view and list our items along with their corresponding colors. First, make sure to pass the model context in the view. Then use a query to fetch all the items from our database into the items variable sorted by their name. We will also need a state variable to control the presentation of the new item view as a sheet. Inside the navigation stack, we will place a list to display the items. You can use a list directly to display all the items, but I'll use a for each inside the list so that I can attach an onDelete modifier to allow item deletion. For each item, we will use an HTag to display the item's name and its color on the same row. We will fill a circle shape with the item's color. Remember, we saved the RGB values of the color, and we are using those values to compute the color shown here. Let's also add a plus button in the top right corner to open the new item view as a sheet. Use the isPresentingNewItemView variable and pass it into the new item view. And don't forget to add a navigation title here as well. To test what we have built in the preview, we can pass an in-memory model container. Let's try it out. Add several items with different colors selected from the SwiftUI ColorPicker. The color picker also allows you to fine-tune your desired color using sliders for the RGB values. You can also test the sample app in the simulator or on a physical device you own. You'll see that it remembers the items and their colors. Let's add a delete function to our sample app. This function will delete items using the provided index set. Attach the onDelete modifier just below the for each. It works just as expected. That's it. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like the video to support us. In our upcoming videos, we will learn how to save an item with multiple colors. Stay tuned so you don't miss it.